Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first Families to Grow Together show. My name is Aqua, and Nelly and I are going to host this evening for you tonight, and we are here to tell you about In Hand Community CIC. So we'll start with Nelly, who introduces herself and tell you who she is and what she does.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this very first show of ours. So my name is Nelly Kwasanwi, and I'm a mother, a transformational life and mental fitness coach, and the founder of Clarify Thy Uniqueness Limited. So we provide life coaching services and raise awareness on mental health and emotional well-being. So that's me.
Thank you, Nelly. So hello again, everyone. My name is Aqua. I am a mother of 4 and I am an early years practitioner. I work with children and families. I am the founder of Attached SC Consultancy Limited. We support children who are delayed in their speech and language development and provide training for parents. So that is me, my personal background. So tonight we're here to talk about Hand in Hand Community CIC. So we're going to tell you who we are as a company and what we do. So we're going to start with looking at how we came about. So Nelly is going to give us a brief history of how this came about and how interject as we go along. Go on, Nelly, thank you.
Okay, so Hand in Hand is a registered common initiative company in the UK, in England. This initiative came about from conversation between Aqua and myself. We were just having conversations around families, and we expressed the concern that we had around African families in particular, because it is common for African families to express the joyfulness, happiness, unity outside the house, whereas inside the house, they are not on speaking terms. The parents are not on speaking terms. And sometimes the parents are being aggressive to each other. And some of them take it to be okay because that is what they saw. They don't realize the impact it has on the family dynamics and the family functioning, as well as the impact on the children. So we were just having that conversation. It was not just once, it was over a period of time, having that conversation. And with me, my background as a children and family social worker, I have realized that that is a common trend. And also as a mental health support worker, this difference between Africans and African mentality really contributes as well. So in this conversation, we talked about raising awareness too. And like, we realized that we had common vision. And this vision is around the family, around the community, how we can make our community much better. Because with the way we, Africans, we interpret situations, sometimes we differentiate that, no, it is for those in the Western world and not us. So that difference between them and us, whereas mental and emotional health impacts and affects everyone, because whether you like it or not, each and every one of us fall along that spectrum. So some might be extreme, some might not be visible, but we fall on a spectrum. So in that conversation, we came with this idea that what if we merge, Aqua is an early health practitioner and myself, a life coach. And we thought that coming together and merging and supporting families, so families become more united, families grow together. How would that be? We deliberated on that for a number of weeks, and we were like, you know what, let's go for that, because we want to promote family unity. We want to support our community. And yes, here we are now because we pushed through those thoughts. There were a lot of like hesitancy to really sit on that, but we were like, you know what? There was that internal invisible push that we should go ahead with this. And gradually, we sought help and we registered the company. We chose the name Hand in Hand because we know we can't do everything by ourselves. We need a helping hand. And that is how the name came about. And this organization came about. So that's what I have.
Oh, thank you very much, Nelly. That is a great summation of how we came about. And to be honest with you, we are just a new organization. And we had our first board, so to speak, meeting in February. By March, we were a registered company, ready to roll. And we got the support of Action Together, who helped us to get started with a grant, which we are very thankful for. Thank you, Action Together. And that helped us to buy a few things at the beginning. And since March, we carried out our first project in the summer holidays with the sponsorship of Rochdale Schools Holiday Club. So it's called the HAF, so Holidays and Food Initiative that the whole country has during school holidays. So we're just saying that we have just started and there are great things coming ahead. So Nelly, what would you say Hand in Hand is? Who are we?
Hand in Hand is a grassroots organization based in Greater Manchester in the United Kingdom. We work with families, children and their families from disadvantaged backgrounds, which means they cannot, or their life, they will not maximize their life potentials because of lack of opportunities. So we come in to work with those families to help them, provide them with more opportunities so they can be the best they can to themselves, their families, and the communities. So we focus on mental health and emotional well-being and early help, early intervention.
Thank you, Nelly. So yes, we work with children and families. We want everybody to thrive and fulfill their potential. And as we all know, if one person in the family is struggling, it affects everybody else in the family. So it's important that everybody is on board. So like Nelly said, I am an early years practitioner and I mainly support children who are delayed in their language development, but we work with children who have any emotional needs, delay in their development, or social communication skills. And so we would really, really love to work with you all, everybody who's watching, your friends, your families. If you have issues that you think you're struggling with, it doesn't really matter that if you've had a diagnosis or not, we will support you, we'll work alongside you. If it's something that we cannot help with, we will signpost you to other organizations. Our main goal is that we see every family get the support that they need to learn and to thrive and to grow together. Because if one person is growing and the others are left behind, the dynamics in the family is not good. So our goal is to see everybody grow together as a family.
I think one thing I would like to add there, Aqua, I think that one is really powerful. One thing I would like to add there is, I'll just share a little story. Over a year ago, when I started on Facebook to talk about mental health, it was like I went against the taboo, I would say, because friends, acquaintances, people I know, they came to me, some of them on phone, and they were like, Nelly, how dare you talk about mental health? And I was like really surprised. And I thought to myself, I've worked in the mental health sector, in the prisons, in rehabilitation centers for over 10 years. Why don't I talk about mental health? And the response was, no, mental health is only for the white people and not for us Africans. And I said, you know what? That's a misconception. I say it affects everyone.
Everybody.
That did not put me off. I feel that those comments encourage me to go ahead because that is the ignorance that us Africans, we face, and we really struggle because sometimes there are things that can easily be supported, we can get help with, but because we follow the cultural norm that we don't talk about it, it's like they'll say to a man, you man up, just hang on there, things will get better over time. I think sometimes, not even sometimes, I think it's got to the time when we need to face facts, face things the way they are and not pushing them aside. Let's not continue to live in denial. So yeah, I just thought I should chip that in, Aqua. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nelly. It is really, really important to talk about mental health because sometimes we hide these things. We're suffering in silence. And there is, like we said, we're hand in hand because we know that one hand cannot tie a bundle, as the proverb says in Africa. One hand cannot tie a bundle. You need support. Nobody is an island. You may think that you're self-sufficient, but there will always be a day when you need somebody to talk to. You need a doctor, you need a hairdresser. So you cannot do everything yourself. That includes your emotional well-being. Nobody is an island. We all need support. And there is no shame in accessing help. That is one thing that we have to make people realize. Asking for help is a strength and not a weakness. So it is important that if you need support, seek support. It is important to have and to know where to go, really, because sometimes it is a lack of knowledge of where to go with our issues that stops us from going. And sometimes as well, it is the barriers that we face. Sometimes people have had issues with authorities and authority figures and organizations, and they feel like if I go to that organization, say social workers, Nelly is a social worker. If I go to a social worker for support, they will take my children. But that isn't always the case. Social workers are there to help us so that we should not reach that point where our children are taken off. So the lack of information as well and lack of awareness stops a lot of people from accessing support. So it is important that we get support. Right, so Nelly, what is our vision?
So our vision is to build a safer and prosperous community. And community starts from individuals in the family. So that is why we chose to work with individual and collective members of each family.
Right. So when we say we want to build a safer and more prosperous community, what does that mean? Are you the police? Who are you? What does that mean?
So we work with families. We call the families we work with our community. We don't dictate to anyone. We work in partnership because we know that each and everyone is the expert in their lived experiences. So the approach we use is a family approach. We come to you and we say, we try to find out what the issues are, what you are struggling with. We don't come and tell you that you have to do this like we are dictators to tell you what to do. No, we come and we barely have conversations. Sometimes these conversations are very uncomfortable and so many people avoid, but we encourage you and we give reassurance because we are there to help you. When we have those difficult conversations, it's for you to understand sometimes what are the core, what is the root cause of the problem you are experiencing. Because when, say, in our daily lives, we face a situation where we feel very uncomfortable, we blame that situation. Whereas those situations are barely triggers to wounds, I would put in quote, that already exist. The wounds are hurts that already exist. And this, we internalize them in the form of our beliefs, our belief system, our mindset. But then if you don't have those difficult conversations, because like beliefs and mindset, it's not something that we just talk about in our daily conversation. So that is when the deep, uncomfortable conversations come in. We have those conversations to help you understand, because mostly our society, starting from our parents, our community, teachers, authority figures, they dictate to us how we live our lives. And from being children, we just grow up and we think that, oh, if I want to drink a cup of tea, I need to put 1 or 2 cubes of sugar or 1 or 2 teaspoons of sugar. Probably we've never asked why. It could be the taste from the parent or whoever told you that. But then if we have that conversation, it might seem like nothing, but what it reveals is usually massive. Because imagine from being, say, a 5-year-old and you go to school and maybe you have math or arithmetics and you fail. Your teacher tells you, oh, you are a failure. Okay, you are a failure because you didn't have that homework or whatever right. At that time, you take a decision or you make a decision. It might be conscious, it might be unconscious. Let's say the next time you are given a task and you fail as well. The first thought that will come to your head will be, oh, the other teacher said I was a failure. And you say, oh, this really confirms that I am a failure. And then it continues. So you've already concluded that you are a failure. And there's something called the self-fulfilling prophecy. The actions you take will not be towards success, but they will be towards failure. So imagine you carry that all our life from childhood, say from 5 years old, until you get to 30, 40, 50, 60, and you don't realize you keep living with that same decision that you made. So that is why we have that uncomfortable conversation. So I think now you might be able to understand why I put it as difficult conversation, because it's been there. Yeah, we act upon it, but we don't think about it because it's just there. We don't even question it. So yeah, that's the work that we do with our community.
Thank you, Nelly. So yes, we want to build a safer and more prosperous community. And when we talk about safety as well, we provide a safe space for you to speak, a safe space for you to open up. Because another thing that stops people from seeking help is the fact that they don't trust who they're going to speak to. They don't know if I come and tell you, especially in our community, they don't know that if I come and expose my problem to you, the third person will know, or the fourth person will know. They do not feel that safe, feel safe enough to disclose. And so hand in hand, we want to provide that safe environment for people to come and share their problems, to come and receive support. And obviously we keep everything confidential, except when it comes to safeguarding issues. Obviously, when the safeguarding issues involved, we have to have a duty of care and we have to speak to the right authorities. But otherwise, we want you to talk. We want you to come and have a cup of coffee or cup of tea with us and feel relaxed. So our mission, we've talked about our vision. So our mission is to see our families grow together, learn together, thrive together, and be the best that they can be in their lives. So what are our values? Because I think values matter. How we live our lives matter. So Nelly, what are our values?
So our values, we have a collection of values. And I'll just start by integrity, transparency, empowerment, and responsibility. So these are the 4 core values that we have.
Thank you, Nelly. We live in a world now where integrity is like laughed at. People just do what they want. You can, when you are in conversation with people, the words that come out of their mouths tell you that you can already see who these people are. So if we don't have integrity, then we cannot really function well with families, because if a family comes to you and they are not sure about your character, then they will not be willing to share with you if they don't know that you're transparent with them from the very get-go, because trust can only be built when you're transparent with that person that you're talking to. Then they will not be able to share. So these core values that we chose are those that we thought for ourselves as well. If I'm coming to work with you, I want to work with somebody who has integrity. I want to work with somebody who will be transparent to me, tell me as it is, no matter how hard the information you're passing on, be transparent with me. And I want to feel empowered to make decisions. I want to feel empowered to develop. And that is what we want to give our families as well. We want to empower them to be the best that they can be, the best parents that they can be, to be the children that thrive in their education and their development to the best of their abilities. And we want to have a community where people take responsibility for the actions, because we hold ourselves responsible for the words that we speak, for the actions that we take. And that is what we want as well to build into our community, that if you're working with us, you have to take responsibility for your actions, because we live in a culture where people blame other people a lot. Nobody wants to take responsibility for the actions. And we believe that taking responsibility is a core value that we want to share with our families. So thank you for sharing that, Nelly. So the next question is, where are we based? Where do we work from?
So we are based in Greater Manchester in the UK. But for now, we have our activities in Rochdale at the Hebron Church.
Okay.
We offer online services too. Like, this is just the beginning of offering talks, shows online, but there are other things, other events that we do online.
Okay, thank you, Nelly. So yes, at the moment, we do not have an office base as such, because we're just new and we're working from Hebron Church as our base. That's where we do our activities. That's where we do the training. And as Nelly said, we do online training as well. And so who are our partners? Who are the people who have been supporting us so far? And who do we hope to work with in the future? Nelly?
So you've got Aqua. She'll come and to talk about herself in a bit. I am Nelly, and I've already introduced myself. So two of us are the directors of Hand in Hand Community. We are so grateful for trustee members. And I'll start by one of the trustee members whom you will meet in subsequent shows is Julian Bertrand. He is a digital marketer and an entrepreneur. You will meet him at some point. Another trustee is Portia Tambang. She is a mental health care assistant. You will also meet her later on. And the last trustee is Innocent Mancho. He is a clinical lead and forensic psychiatric nurse and mental health practitioner. So we have a variety of talents. And I am a transformational life and mental fitness coach with a background as children and family social worker and mental health practitioner. And then over to Aqua.
Thank you, Nelly. So as you have heard, we have 5 board members, 2 of us as directors and 3 trustee members who lead this organization. And as Nelly has just said, we have a variety of talents. We have people from different walks of life helping us to build this organization up. So like we said, one hand doesn't tie a bundle. So I've introduced myself before. My name is Aqua and I'm an early years practitioner. And I am passionate about speech and language development and children's development in general. I can play from now to the kingdom come. I'm a grown-up, but I'm a child at heart, and I don't mind playing. So if you come to any of our sessions, you will see us down on the floor with the kids, whatever they're doing, messy play, running around, competitions, we're down with them, and we have fun. So what do we have coming up in the near future? What is our, what next steps have we got coming up, Nelly?
I think just before I answer that, if I can remember, I just want to talk a bit about our services. We have said we work with children and their families, but we have divided the services into 3. So we have, we work with the children. We provide things like Saturday Kids Club. We organize trips, cultural dance, healthy eating courses, coding and programming, emotional well-being, and early intervention for language delays. So these are some of the services or what we do with children. Then for the services for young people, we have self-esteem courses, confidence, self-awareness, self-regulation, healthy lifestyle, healthy relationship, trips and physical activities, life coaching and mentoring, skills development such as effective communication, cooking on a budget, financial education, healthy coping strategies. And for adults, we have well-being matters, support groups, physical activities, domestic abuse awareness, mental health awareness, life coaching, workshops and courses such as parenting, emotional mastery, mental health awareness, early intervention for language delays for children. So that is what we offer. So Aqua, back to your question, just repeat it again, what you said before, please. You are on mute.
Internet, live, Zoom, we're learning. Right, so as you have heard, that's a wide range of things that Nelly has mentioned there. We're not doing everything at once, we're starting from somewhere. So like Nelly mentioned, the Saturday Kids Club is something that we just started in September. We're trying to build on the audience. We're trying to recruit families for that Saturday Activities Club, and we're hoping that as time goes on, it will build up and we'll introduce most of these activities. But we've working with Action Together, and we got some funding from them to put on a couple of programs. What are these programs and when are they going to start? Over to you.
Okay, so thanks to Action Together, they are a voluntary organization in Thameside, Oldham, and Rochdale in Greater Manchester. They have given us funding, and from January, we are running 2 different workshops. The first workshop, which is in January, is Emotional Well-Being Workshop. And that is a workshop that runs 4 weeks. That's 4 sessions, a session each week for 4 weeks. And we'll talk about emotions. Then the next after that will be around mid-February, after the half term. And it will be another set of workshop, which is Importance of Early Intervention Workshop. That workshop runs for 4 weeks as well, and is 1 session per week.
Thank you, Nelly. So we want to support our families, and we know that if parents are empowered, if they're given the knowledge and the skills to be able to support their children at home, then the work, the development of their children will be better, because school will be working with them, or nursery will be working with them, parents will be doing some activities at home, and the combined effect will be will scaffold on the knowledge. And if parents are aware, or they know what to be doing, then they're more likely to do it. If they know that what I am doing at home is supporting or helping my child, then they're more likely to do more of it. But if they're not aware of what to do, some parents are not even aware that the children need support, then they would not be able to support them. So that is why we want to raise awareness. Our biggest issue is to raise awareness, especially in our African community. We have a tendency of rejecting services, or denying that our children have needs. Especially, like, for example, me, early years practitioner, I speak with a lot of children who, a lot of parents whose children are delayed. And they say, oh no, they're just going to talk when they're ready, they're lazy, they're just lazy. And we have all these beliefs that limit us and limit our children in the process, because if we are not open to learning, to getting information, then we'll suffer from ignorance. And the ignorance is not, it is, there's no, ignorance is punishable in law. If you commit a crime of when you're ignorant, you still get your punishment for it. And we do not want our children to suffer from our ignorance. We want to give our parents as much support as possible, so that they can help their children learn and develop. And we want to support them to contain their own emotions as well, so that they'll be able to parent better. So we all, as a family, will need help. So thank you, Nelly, for introducing those workshops. In the next couple of weeks or months, yeah, go on.
Sorry, just to interject you. So just to say, we will be knocking on doors. So if you hear a knock on your door and you spy and it's one of us, listen to us. We are not there to dictate to you, but we will suggest to you what we have and ask if you want to work with us. We don't push, but if you do, you will not regret it at all, because there are a lot of things, especially growing up in African families, that we don't talk about it. You don't talk about it, just go along with it, but then it affects us. Now it is us as parents, thanks to improve advanced technology, that we have this, because years ago, we wouldn't be able to be sharing this information. But now, because of advanced technology, we are able to do this. And if anyone doesn't want to change, it will not be that I did not know, because information is excessive. It is a matter of choice. You choose not to know. You remain in denial. So to improve our lives and those of our children, we need to take action. Time is now. So don't be one of those who keeps on giving excuses, and excuses. Take the action. Because like we see, we blame X, Y, A, B. We just keep blaming. Now is the time to stop blaming and take action. Action is what will save us from this, I would say, mess that's just everywhere, from individuals to families to communities to the whole world. But it will start with one person to take a decision. I am so proud of myself that I decided to take that decision, that I need to make a change for myself, my family, my community, and I'm here for you. Aqua is the same. So when we knock on your door, open and receive us, and we will open and receive you as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Our doors are wide open. And one thing that I would like to make our families, anybody who's watching, understand is we're not here to impose our beliefs on you. What we would like is for you as well to suggest things that you'd like us to cover, because sometimes we may provide a service that we think is necessary, but whereas the families that we're trying to provide the services to don't think that is a priority to them. So if you have any questions, if you have any burning issues, if you have any topic you want us to cover on one of these shows, because we'll be meeting, we'll come live every Thursday in the foreseeable future. If you want us to discuss any issue whatsoever, there's no taboo issue. There may be difficult issues, there may be difficult topics, but there's no taboo topic that we will not touch. So if you want us to talk about any particular issue, please send us a direct message, send us an email, call us personally. You know who we are. Our details are on our website. I've put the link there in the comments. So no taboo issue. So we are open, and hopefully you too will be open to join us on this journey. No, like we'll continue saying, one hand doesn't tie a bundle. Our goal is to start here in Greater Manchester, but we're hoping to extend this overseas. Our hope is that our families back at home, we can carry this message and this information back to them. We don't have to be there physically. We can do online services, we can do online courses, we can run interventions, can support people one-to-one over the phone. WhatsApp is very accessible. We can use WhatsApp as well, which we have done previously with families that were supported back at home. So there is no barrier now to accessing support. Right, so we've covered quite a few things. In the next couple of weeks or in a month's time, we'll be doing like a mini launch for our organization, just to get people aware of who we are, where we are, what we offer, and to obviously recruit for our different courses. So we're hoping that you will be joining us at that event. The information about the launch will come to you in a subsequent days ahead, and hopefully you will join us there. Right, Nelly, any other thoughts?
Yeah, just in support of what you've said, is sometimes we might think that a service is a priority. We don't want to impose on our community. So we leave it open to you. Get in contact with us. You can visit us, either go on our website and send us a message, which we will, the link to our website is on the comments for those who are watching on Facebook, but we will say it at the end. Give us suggestions, because we are here not to solve our own problems. We are here to help you solve things that you feel are important. It must not be problems. It might be that you just want to understand certain things. If you don't tell us, we will be delivering something, but then it does not meet your needs. So we will really appreciate if you suggest to us what you need help with. And we are not specialized in everything, but we will do our best, because we have other partners. We will do our best to get other people to come and talk to you, because it will not just be Aqua and myself who will be here every week, just you hearing our voices and get fed up of our voices. Though the information will be useful, we want to make a blend. At some point, we'll get different people to come and speak to you, because there would be more experience in certain things that we are not, but it will start with you to let us know what you need support with. And again, asking for help, we were taught that it was very bad to ask for help. But like for myself, I have realized that it takes courage for someone to ask for help. And it is not a sign of failure. Instead, it's a sign that you are brave and courageous enough to change your current situation that you don't like. So ask for help.
Ask and keep on asking. I always go back to the Bible. Seek and keep on seeking. Knock and keep on knocking. Because if you do not ask, you do not get. So ask. The worst you can get is a no. What if you get a yes? When we thought about starting this initiative, we're umming and ahhing here and there, talking here, talking there. And then one day we just said, let's do this. Here we are. Think how many months down the line? From March that we registered as a company, April, May, June, July, August, September, October was 6-7 months down the line. November, yeah, well, yeah, 7 months down the line, we've already executed a project. We've got a few projects down, coming up soon. So just watch this space. We're here to bring light in some dark places. So every little light that we have, if we combine our lights, we shine even brighter. So join our team. Obviously, we need volunteers. We want volunteers. We want people with different life experiences. If you have a burning issue that you want to talk about, if you want to come on one of these shows to share your experiences, we like to hear testimonies of what of the transformation that you've had in your own lives. So we are a work in progress. We're not fixed yet. We're learning as we go along. So we all have issues. We all have problems. We all have challenges that we're facing. And as we go along, we're learning to overcome these challenges. We'll learn together. So don't look at us because we're doing this show and think that, oh, they're already made up. You know, they're perfect, they're fine, their lives are made up of a bed of roses. No, we have challenges. But in spite of our challenges, we have to move forward. We learn from them. Stand up on the challenge, stop on it, and say, I'm not going to be put down by this challenge. I'm moving forward. So that is what we're going to do. We hold your hand, you hold our hand, and together, hand in hand, we will grow. Okay, so we grow together, we learn together, we love together, we laugh together, and we thrive together.
Yeah, I just want to thank a few people. I want to thank Sharon Taylor, Ida Nonle. I mean, I know some people will watch it after, but if you watch, just follow, listen what we've said, and we are here for you. We can't do it all by ourselves, which is why we are hand in hand.
Definitely.
We get along. So I'll just give, if you want to get in contact with us or find out more about us, I'll give you our website. Our website is Community CIC.com. That is Hand Community CIC.com. That's our website. If you go there, you'll find all the information that you need to contact us. If you want to send us an email, question, whatever, you'll find a space on there. You'll see what we offer. Just every information is there to contact us.
Thank you, Nelly. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And please like and share. Follow us on social media. And tell people about who we are and what we're doing, because we need the word to go out there. If people are not aware that we're here, then the work cannot be done. They will not be able to access the services. So like us, share us. We're going to start a YouTube channel. All what we do on live, we're going to post on our YouTube channel. So watch this space. We're going to invade social media. So, yes. So thank you again for watching.
Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening and stay blessed.
Stay blessed.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.